Alright guys, welcome back to another questionable riding video. And today we're going to be talking about some things that I would change about the 2023 Z900. Or, you know what, what's a better frame of thinking is that these are probably some things that I would pay extra for. Just, you know, a little extra. Like, I don't know how corporate Kawasaki is, but these are just some things that I thought of that, like, I would have paid a little bit extra to improve the overall, like, experience of the Z900. First off, you know what, we're gonna do my honorable mentions first. So first, I was thinking of like better braking. Like the braking doesn't, it's not as strong as I would like it to be, but it's an honorable mention because you can get that with the SE Z900 SE. It comes with like Brembo pads, I want to say, which is a better braking system. So I've heard. I haven't experienced that, so I can't say for sure, but I know it's out there. The second honorable mention I would say is the engine braking. It's a little hard, but it's an honorable mention because when you cut off the bread box, that is actually how you get pops. When the engine brakes, you get pops. So I actually grew not to mind that, but like when it was stock, when it was a stock system, I was like, bro, like it's when I engine brake, I would like go forward, but through like getting to know the bike and cutting the bread box off, I was like, oh, the engine braking, see, that's a little engine braking, get you some pops. Through engine braking, I was like, oh, it's not that bad, you know what I mean? It's something that I could deal with. But the first thing that is an actual, I would have paid a little bit extra for. I think right now the video is at like 9,000 views, but the bread box video, could you imagine how dope it would be if they made the bread box kind of like removable? Like it was just like on there by some clamps or something like that, and then you could just like take the clamps off, you know what I mean, and then like install like a secondary pipe. I mean, I know they probably won't do it, but like imagine if you ride bikes for like style or you know, it's recreation, and you're like, oh, I want to go to like a bike show, and you're like, I want to just like take the bread box off so it's like a little bit louder. Like imagine how dope it'd be if you just had like 2 clamps so you could just take off the bread box. So that's one thing for sure that I would have paid a little bit extra for. And second, the second thing that I would have paid a little bit extra for is some better seating. Like the kind of the appeal of a naked bike. This road's a little bumpy, hopefully my voice isn't shaking. One of the appeals of a naked bike is that it's made for like urban environments and kind of like distance. Well, not distance per se, but you know, it's a more comfortable ride. It's an upright seating position, and then it still has like the power to BS a little bit. So when you say like, oh, that's like the appeal of a naked bike, and then you put this raggedy piece of shit on the bike, I mean, it's not raggedy. It's not raggedy. Let me rephrase what I'm saying. But it's like the appeal of this bike is that it was like comfort and blase, you know what I mean? And then you you got me riding on one of these seats that's boo-boo, and now I have to go look at additional places to try to get a seat. I hear that there's like something called a bagger seat or something, and there's gel things that you can put on here. But like, I've gone on a couple group rides. The group ride where I did a little bit of a race or a pull with the Hayabusa. That one, I was more comfortable, I think, than everybody else who was riding. But the problem was, I was like, why am I still uncomfortable? Like, this whole thing is made to be like this super, I don't know, like all utilitarian type of motorcycle, but my booty cheeks hurt. And I got big legs, you know what I'm saying? So I got meat down there, and I'm still a little bit uncomfortable, you know. But yeah, that's the second thing. The next thing that I probably have paid a little bit money for, or something that, this is actually something they need to improve on. I wouldn't say I would pay extra for this, but they need to improve on it. I went on a longer trip. I want to say it was like 2-ish hours out the way, and there was footage. Sidebar, there was footage got lost. I have no idea where the footage is, so I stored it somewhere. It was a whole thing. But the second thing that I would, or the third thing that I would pay for, is that the miles per gallon meter is a little off. Like, I understand that the miles per gallon and the fuel meter, it all depends on how you ride, but I was doing like eco the whole time, or it was most of the whole time. I think I did like 1 or 2 pulls, but I was doing eco the whole time. That's when it's this little display that pops up. It's showing it right there, right here, and it basically says that you're riding very economically, you know, like you're not wasting gas, and your bike is basically running like hella efficient. So I was doing that most of the ride. It said I was on my last bar. It said I had like 50 miles left, or 49 miles left before I needed to fuel up. And I was like, all right, bet. I'm on the last leg. I'm like, I got like 20 miles before I get home. So that's a bet. I got plenty of time. The damn, the low fuel light popped on, and it started blinking. And I was like, I know that I haven't exactly, I lost my train of thought because I thought that truck was turning, right? I was like, yo, what's going on with that? The miles per gallon didn't change, but it went from turning on to blinking, and I was like, bro, I can't risk it, because I don't want to be one of the bikes that's stranded on the side of the road. There's nobody in that car. It's mad weird. I was like, I don't want to be one of those people stranded on the side of the road. So now I gotta pull over. Well, I had to pull over, and then I was like looking for like the nearest gas stations and stuff. And that was low-key kind of stressful, because I'm one of them people where I usually fill it up halfway, but I was like, well, let me see the extent of what's going on, you know, with the bike. You know, let me see if the miles per gallon thing is accurate. Fucked around, found out, and now I know it's not. So the next thing, you're probably on a hike somewhere. So the next thing I want to talk about is, I've noticed on some of the models, the older models, I think the 2024 has it too, but this frame here is colored. It's either like red or green. Those are like the two options. But something I would have paid a little bit extra for, you know how you order a car from the dealership, you can like choose the color. Imagine how dope it would be if you could choose this color here, like as the frame accent color. Imagine how dope that'd be. I mean, the black is fine, but I think I would have preferred like, I don't know, like a red. I know there are the older models do have the red, but I want it, you know, they have the 2023. So what gotta do? Imagine if this was like white or gold or something like that. Now I know I can do that, but I would have to like take everything apart, take it somewhere, get it painted, put everything back on. Well, or I can like pay somebody to do that, but that's like extra money. You know what I mean? I feel like that should be an option. I would definitely pay extra money for that. That'd be dope, actually. Dang, imagine like a gold or like some kind of like design, you know what I mean? A little camo for you hunters, you know what I'm saying? Bro, that'd be dope. All right, so the last thing will be this app. I had to pull it up so you guys can see it. So this app is one of the reasons that I wanted this bike, or one of the features of this bike that I was really like looking forward to using. So they advertise like, oh, it's this Rideology app that your motorcycle has, and it basically syncs with your bike and stuff, which, I mean, bro, get out of here. Which I guess it does. I think you can like change the name. I might have to change that to like Angelina or whatever. But the problem with this app is that it only syncs if your bike is on. Hold on. The hell? Did this sync up? I think it's synced up. Yeah, so it only syncs up if the bike is on. So if the bike is on and this app is on, is open. So if I was to, let's say, see, as soon as the bike's off, it disconnects. So let's say I was to be riding around. Like last time I opened this app and I thought about putting it in the video, it said that it said 14 hours and 44 minutes because I didn't really use the app. So all the odometer was off, the mileage was off, the fuel level was off, legit everything was off, average speed, everything was off. So my main issue with this app is that it should be able to sync regardless of you having this app open. I have my phone on me all the time. You guys see it in the videos. It's right here. So I feel like when you turn on the bike, it should kind of be like Bluetooth, you know what I mean? Where it just auto syncs, and then you're able to open the app when you go about your business. Like let's say I was riding around, turn the bike off, and then I was like, man, like, am I out of gas? I should be able to open this app and be like, nah, I'm good, it's full. But the problem is it doesn't sync unless it's open. So it'd be like, nah, there's no fuel, I just filled it up, so it's full. But that's like, it not syncing automatically kind of makes this app useless, because for the most part, everything that you do in this app, you can do straight from the dash. Like average speed, you can look at, like, this is pretty much like a digital dash that you're taking with you, which isn't like, why is this not automatically syncing? Like, that makes no sense. Like, I could put that, like, oh, I want to do like a service, boom, bow, I can put it in here. It won't sync unless I turn on the bike. But if I'm going to turn on the bike, why not just do it in the, I think it's TFT, on the dash? Like, if I'm going to turn on the bike, I could just do it myself. There's no reason for me to have this app. So I think they should do a better job of doing that. Riding logs, I think that's just on me. So yeah, there's no reason to have this app because it doesn't auto sync. And a lot of this stuff is actually locked because I guess this isn't the proper bike, like lean angle. That's not something that I can see. Fuel consumption, I don't think that's something that I can see either. So yeah, that's one improvement I would make on this app. And then the other improvement that I would make on this app, you know how dope it would be to have like a remote start function on this thing. Obviously it would have to like be in neutral and blase, and then they should put like safety features on there to where it's like, hey, your bike isn't in neutral, or hey, we noticed that your bike is like on a hill, so maybe you shouldn't start it. But put all the safety features on there, and do you imagine how dope it'd be if you actually had a Rideology app that was like automatically syncing to this bike? All you have to do is just like pick up the phone and be like, oh yeah, we good. Especially some of these leader bikes, they don't have fuel gauges, so that would actually be like real useful. Like, I don't know if the H2 has a fuel gauge. I've never ridden it. And then add like a remote start function. Boy, Kawasaki, I'm trying to put y'all on game, bro. But that's pretty much it for the things that I would pay a little bit extra for. Ooh, maybe like a tracking device type of system too, where it's kind of built into the software, and then you can kind of just track it from your phone. But you know what? That will require it to automatically sync, because I'm not gonna be like, hey, you stealing my bike? Whoa. You just sync it real quick. All right, you good. So yeah, you know what I'm saying. But that's it for the video. Question of the video: if you have a Z900, what's something that you would pay a little bit extra? For. Let me know if you agree with the things that I would pay a little bit extra for, or am I just tweaking? You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's it. Q out.